Welcome back, everybody. I'm going to do another jewelry set here with some of the resin that I use to make some of my extra resin that I've just poured into some molds. And I really like the green sparkle of this. And it's just alcohol ink and then some glitter. And I just set that in there, had some leftover, made some pieces with it, and we're going to turn it into some jewelry. Now, if you saw my last video, I showed you a little bit about how to do this. So we're going to continue on with that theme for today because we've been having snow and actually a blizzard here in Texas. Yes, a blizzard. So I can't ventilate my house to work with resin at the moment. So as soon as I can, which should be in a day or two, I'll go ahead and get your resin one up. But for now, we're going to do jewelry because I can work with that without opening the windows. Alright, so as far as we have for findings, I'm going to do non-pierced ears today because that's what I have. And I want to be able to wear this set. So I've got those earrings, the non-pierced ears. I've got 14 jump rings. I'm going to experiment with the necklace. This is not really meant to do a clasp with. This is for like zipper pulls and things like that. But I'm going to make it into a clasp with that and this. Now this I got in a pack of different sizes from Amazon, and I will link that. These, I don't remember where I got them. I think it was Amazon. If I can find your link, I'll link that too. If you just hit the more underneath this video, you'll have all your links. I'm using pliers here. I'm going to use flush cutters because we're going to be cutting some chain, and my bent nose and my needle nose pliers, or regular pliers rather, and some chunky gold chain. And we're going to measure out about 28 inches. And what you do is you just take your ruler. I just got my ruler here. And you just measure it out. 12. Another 12. That's 24. I want to do about another 4 inches. Now that'll hang, once you put it on, it'll hang 12 inches plus the size of your pendant. And this one's going to be a little bit dangly with the hearts. And so you're going to find your spot and you're just going to cut it off on that link. So my link is here. Take my flush cutters, put it right through it. Put your hand over it because you don't want it to go flying anywhere. And just give it a clip. And that's your chain. Now you can make your chain however long, however short you want, but I like mine to hang down a little bit. And I have a craft show. Actually signed up for a craft show next month, right before Valentine's Day. And I want to wear one of my own sets while I'm there. So this is going to be this set. It's not exactly a Valentine's Day set, but there are green hearts, so it'll fit in. Alright, so let's get to work here. Let's go ahead and do the earrings first. We're going to move these over here. And for the earrings, I'm going to do 2 little square pieces. I'm going to turn them so they're diamonds. And I did drill the holes into these off camera because I can't use the little hand drill. I have to use my cordless drill, my little one that I showed you in the last video, and it's noisy. Now if you do decide to do it with a little drill, just use one of your small bits, your long bits, and drill it. Make sure you wear a mask. You do not want to breathe in the dust from this as you're drilling it. It will make a mess. I am going to warn you. Always drill from the back, only because the fronts are usually domed from these molds and it's very slick. And it is going to be slick on the back too, but a little easier to control. And be careful with your fingers. You are going to have to put some pressure. Be careful. And make sure you have something on your hands to protect them. I also do it over a piece of board. As you can see, there's some holes in these. The reason I do that is once it goes through, it's going to go into the board a little bit, the drill bit, and not into my table. So, those are your tips for doing that. If you can use the hand drill, it's a lot more precise. It's hard for me to get it completely centered all the time doing my drill because it does slide a bit. But that's going to take some practice for me. Alright, so we're going to take a jump ring. And we're just going to go ahead and open this jump ring up. And we're going to hang it onto the loop from the earring. I'll show you. It's got a little loop there that you can hang that on. And then you're going to take another one. I'm hoping I have these drilled in the right places to where I can get these on here and they'll fit. I chose some slightly larger jump rings just to be sure, because these are kind of thick pieces here. You can make your pieces thinner as well so that you can get your jump rings on better. That fit on pretty well. So you're just going to put it through your earring hole and onto your jump ring. And the reason I use two jump rings, one, I like it to move a little bit, but it also helps to get it facing the right way. Once it's on there, you want to get your jump ring closed up. When you can feel those two pieces rubbing together, the two ends, you are closed. And that first one's not closed all the way, so we're going to make sure that's closed. And when you're opening your jump rings, you want to twist, not pull. If you pull, they're going to distort. If you twist, you should be able to twist them right back. So that's the first part of that. And the two jump rings really do help it to face the right way, because the first one, you can see, is going sideways, and then this one's coming down from it. So that's what you want. Now I'm going to add a little gold leaf. I'm just going to put one. Now you can put as many gold leaves as you want. And I'm going to use two jump rings for that as well. So we're just going to twist that open. I'm going to put it through here. Close it. And you want to feel for those rubbing together. That means they're closed all the way. They're meeting. Actually, to do this right, I think I'm going to have to put 3 jump rings on here. Because this is going to get facing the other way. And I want it facing the same way as this. So I am going to do 3 jump rings here. I'm going to do 2 big ones, and then I'll attach the next one with a small one. No, actually, 2 will do it. I don't know, guys. Sometimes you just gotta play with it and see how it lays. If you need another jump ring to get it to lay right, add it. If you don't, then you're good. Sometimes you just, there we go. Let's get that closed up real good. Not quite together. Okay. So this is what that's gonna look like. Let's see if that's gonna, okay. Oh. Take my glasses off for a minute so I can see here. Okay, so let me bring that up in the camera. I've been really bad with my camera work lately, guys. I'm sorry. I'm usually better. Have been better. Let me bring this up a little bit. Maybe that'll help. Okay, get you over here. My lighting is not real good. And I am going to have to put one more jump ring on that. As you can see, with the 2 jump rings, how that's turning sideways, I want that to face forward. So we're going to take that off there and add a small jump ring. So I'm going to pull out 2 small jump rings for this. And you can do this the same way. Find your opening, just twist it open. Take that off there and twist it closed. That's what happens when I doubt myself. I knew I needed 3. And take the little one. And the reason I'm using the little one is I don't want it to hang quite as low as it would with the another big one. So really it's just all in how low you want things to hang. I'm going to put the leaf on. And then we're going to close that up. Okay, now that should face the right way if I hold it up. Now you can see the difference in that. It's facing forward. Of course, it's moving around a little bit, but if I hold it still, it'll face forward. So that's that earring. Now it's got a nice amount of dangle to it. I like that. I think that'll look pretty on. And I'm going to do the other one off camera. So I want to show you how to do this necklace. Alright, so this necklace we're going to take and we're going to find the center. I'm just going to be right about there. You want to kind of find the center of this. You know where you're putting it. That's a piece of the link I cut off. Now, I'm going to do this with 2 small hearts and a big heart. I'm going to do the 2 small hearts on top and a big heart on the bottom. And I didn't get these holes drilled exactly right, but it's for me, and if it kind of gives it a little character for them being off-centered a little bit, so when they're hanging, I'm okay with that. Okay, so we're going to put 1 jump ring on here. Need to find my pliers, didn't know where I put them. Okay, I'm going to make this pendant first. Now, it's going to follow the same rule that it's going to need 2 jump rings in between for them to all face the same way. And we're going to get this one through this hole. Maybe. There we go. Didn't want to go. I think I might have bent that out of shape a little bit. But not so much I can't fix it. Now I'm going to invest in some silicone plugs that I can put to make little holes, or I can make, you can make some. I can get silicone mold. Just have to make silicone mold. Should make little silicone plugs. Can't talk, guys, but what's new, right? You make little silicone plugs that you can use to make holes, and that's something I've been thinking about. So I don't have to drill these, and so that it's more centered and it's a little more. What's the word I'm looking for, guys? To where it's the same all the time. Consistent. That's the word I'm looking for. Consistent. tell you what, guys, we had 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts last night. I mean, it was horrendous. Well, and I closed that ring because I was not thinking that I've got to put my heart on there. So I'm going to put the second heart here. I can get that through there. Need to open that up just a little bit more, because these are pretty fat little hearts. Now you can pour these thinner too. You don't have to pour them this thick. Still got a dry cough, guys, so I'm sorry. Okay, so once you've got that through there, you're going to put it through your jump ring on your other heart, on the bottom of your other heart, and you're going to close it up. So a little close work with the heart being as thick as it is. Now, if I'm doing this intentionally, I think I would probably pour these a little bit thinner, just so it's a little easier. Okay, so right now, this is what we've got. We've got the two little hearts hanging there. Now I've got a hole in the bottom of this heart, little heart, and I've got a hole in the top of this heart. Feel like I put that hole a little too low, but we're going to find out. Really, as long as I can get the ring in there, it'll be fine, and get it closed. It'll just have a little less movement. And see if I can get that through there. That is not going to make it. I just mangled that all kinds of up. Okay. And we're just going to put that over there. That's not going to work. Let's try it with one more, and if that doesn't work, I will go get some wire to do this with. It just really does not want to go through that hole, and it should. Actually, this is, might be able to do it with this one instead of going and getting some wire. Unbend this. This is the fun of making jewelry, guys. Sometimes you gotta just wing it and see what you can do. Okay, well, that'll go through there. Well, let's see if I can get it bent closed over it. If not, I'll have to go get a piece of wire I can do this with. Okay, guys, so I didn't have any like wrapping wire for jewelry making in gold, so I did find this, and this is memory wire, and this is for making rings. This size is for rings. So what I'm going to do, you don't want to use your flush cutters for jewelry on this because it'll ruin them. Memory wire is a much harder wire. You want to take your cutters for memory wire, which is what these are. You just want to take it and snip it. I have trouble holding on to this and snipping at the same time, guys, as you can tell. There we go. And that's why I keep my hand over it, guys, because when it flies up like that, you don't want it in your eyes. I've got my glasses on, so it wouldn't have got in my eyes anyway. But still. Alright, so I'm going to take this, and I'm going to make my own jump ring in the right size. So what I'm going to do, take my pliers, and I'm going to figure out just how big I need this to be. Because that is definitely too big. Let me pull it around. All you really want to do is pull it around and get the measurement for it so you know where to cut it. I kind of want to get it held with my pliers if I can to the size I need, so I can get it cut in the right place. Let's see if I can get it bent to where I need it. Gives me an idea of where I need to snip. Again, try to keep your hands over it so that you don't end up getting pieces flying into your eyes. I really do have a tough time with this stuff. A lot of it's the arthritis, guys, so don't think that you're going to have this hard of a time. But we make do, right? Oh, and that went flying. And I've got glasses on. If you've got safety goggles on, I still recommend having something over your eyes. See how big that's going to be. And let me shape this a little bit and see how big we are. This will be a little fussy, guys, a little hard to do. This wire is really strong, but once you get it there, it's going to stay there. So I'm going to get this ring made. This jump ring made, and I will be right back. Okay, guys, so I've got the jump ring made. It's not perfectly round, but again, like I said, this is for me. And yes, it's a representation when I go to craft shows, but it's not going to be enough. It's a little bit of an oval shape, more of a round, I would say, but it's not going to be enough to like really notice, and it's the right size. Did have to fuss with that a bit because that is some pretty strong stuff, that memory wire, but it has to be for it to hold its shape. And the good news is I won't have to worry about that coming apart and losing its shape anymore. Now we're going to take one more jump ring and we're going to put it through first the small heart, and then through the jump ring we made for the big heart. And we're going to close that regular jump ring up. Okay. So now, after having to troubleshoot that a little bit, we've got it done. Hopefully. All facing the right way. There we go. We've got all our hearts done. You can see 3 hearts, 2 little, 1 big. And my big finger's in the way. Can't really do too much about that, guys. I want to hold that up, make sure that heart's coming the right way. I think I put my big heart on backwards. Matter of fact, I knew I did. Maybe. I think I may have to add some jump ring, guys. Okay. I'm gonna grab a few jump rings out just in case. I think I need a few more on there. we're going to put those aside. We're going to leave it as is for now, just so I can show y'all. But if you're finding it's not laying right, just add your jump rings, turn your hearts around, whatever you need to do. Now, I'm going to take a jump ring, and we're going to put it here on our centerpiece link of our necklace. And close that up. Actually, I'm going to open it back up and put our heart on there. And close it up. Now's a good time to hold your chain up, see which way your hearts are going. If they're laying right, you can see that, well, they're still spinning. If I get that one facing right, this one's backwards. And this one is sideways. So we want to add another jump ring here, and we want to turn this one around. Okay, so I lost audio here. And so I'm going to do a voiceover for you. What you couldn't see because I was out of camera, I'm sorry guys, my camera work's been horrendous lately, is that my hearts aren't laying correctly. And like I said, I'll need to add some jump rings and turn one of my hearts around in order to get that correct. But first I want to show you how to put this clasp on. So we're going to go ahead and take our jump ring, and we're just going to put our little loop that we have on there. And then we're also going to put the chain onto the jump ring. And then we're going to just close it up like we've been doing. Just twist it closed, make sure those ends are meeting so that it's nice and secure. And then the other side, we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to take our jump ring, twist it open, and we're going to put our heart-shaped little zipper pull in there. And then we're going to put our chain on the jump ring with it and close up that jump ring. Now, I love the look of this chunkier clasp, even though it's not a traditional clasp on here with this chunky chain. So I'm really liking this. And I'm going to go ahead and fix those hearts and throw a few more jump rings in, and also finish up the other earring for you. And I'm going to do that off camera, so I will be right back to model all this for you. Okay guys, this is what it looks all done, and ignore that mess behind me. I'm doing this in my dining room right now. And I'm trying to straighten this up a little bit so you can see it better, but there you go. This isn't the best shirt to model that in, but you get the idea. And I'm loving these earrings, the way they're dangling and the way this necklace is laying. I hope y'all like it. I am in love with this set, and I might even have to make me a bracelet to go with it. But you can see that earrings, the way they're dangling, how much movement they have in them. I'm loving it. And they feel so nice on, and they're nice and comfortable. And I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Thank y'all for watching and tuning in if you made it this far. I will see you soon, and I appreciate y'all watching all the way through. It really does help my station. It lets YouTube know that people find my videos interesting. So if you can, hit like, hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And I will see you soon. Enjoy your evening, everybody.